Reading Eggs and Reading Express are supplemental literacy programs that build and reinforce the 5 pillars of reading: phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. Students can take a diagnostic placement test to ensure they are working at a level that matches their reading ability, or teachers can move students to an appropriate level. Students build confidence in their reading abilities with automatic feedback and rewards. Available anytime, anywhere. These programs support teachers with built-in teacher tools, including student progress reports, worksheets, lesson plans, whiteboard activities, and ebooks. Reading Eggs and Reading Express are easy to navigate, and the program's engaging settings and characters motivate students to complete lessons. The lessons provide plenty of practice in developing reading skills, and the engaging activities can be repeated as often as needed. Reading Eggs makes learning to read an enjoyable, rewarding, and interactive experience for pre-K through 2nd grade students. The program supports teaching and successfully prepares students on their journey to reading proficiency. Reading Eggs begins at an absolute emergent reading level, focusing on letter sounds, first sight words, and reading simple sentences. Each stepping stone reading lesson builds on the previous one and builds students' reading skills. As students move through the program and navigate through activities, they cover a wide range of essential sight words and comprehension, vocabulary, fluency, and phonics skills. Reading Express builds on students' love for reading. Reading Express develops reading comprehension skills for 2nd through 6th grade students. Reading Express motivates and engages students with a wide range of learning resources, lessons in engaging environments, motivational games, ebooks, and rewards. With hundreds of hours of online learning experiences awaiting, it's easy to see how Reading Eggs and Reading Express can turn students into excellent readers.
Hi, and welcome to ABC Reading Eggs. It's great to see you here. My name is Reggie, and I'll always be here to help. ABC Reading Eggs is a great place to learn to read. With each lesson, you will learn something new while having fun. And as you work through the lessons, you will earn lots of wonderful rewards. These rewards include golden eggs, reading eggs critters, and reading eggs games. Let's have a look at how it all works so that you can get the most out of the fantastic Reading Eggs world. This is where you begin each of your ABC Reading Eggs sessions. This is the My World map, and this is the navigation bar. The map has many great destinations to visit, but not all of them will be open straight away. You will need to do some lessons first. As you work through the lessons, more and more great places will open for you to visit. You can move around the site by choosing a destination on the World map. You can click through to your lessons here. To get back to the map, just click on the My World icon right here in the navigation bar. Where else can you go using the navigation bar? The navigation bar has 3 tabs: My Places, and My Stuff, and Help. In My Places, you can go to your lessons, your house, the shop, the world map, and many other great new places that will open as you work through the lessons. By pressing on a picture in the navigation bar, you can go to a new place. In My Stuff, you can change your online character, your avatar. Click here to change how it looks. There are millions of different characters. When you're happy with your avatar, click on the Ready to Go button. If you need any help, you can go to the Help section anytime. In My Stuff, you can also take a look at all the critters you have hatched and the books you can read. You can play all your games and see all your trophies and certificates. There sure is a lot to do. Your house is where you will find all your stuff. Your critters, books, games, and certificates are all here. Walk around your house and out into the garden. Choose your favourite critter to live in the garden. Decorate your house with furniture, wallpaper, and many other wonderful things, all for sale at Reggie's shop. You can see your progress at ABC Reading Eggs by going to My Awards, where you can see and print your certificates. Now we'll get started on the most important thing, your ABC Reading Eggs lessons. We've made it easy and fun to learn so that you will be reading in no time. You can click on My Lessons here or on the map to arrive at the stepping stones. Can you see the numbers on the stepping stones? Each number is a lesson. Your avatar will show you which lesson you're up to. I'll also help you by pointing you in the right direction. To start a new lesson, press on the numbered stone. For every new lesson you start, you need to work through the lesson from beginning to end. Every lesson has at least 5 short parts. In each part, you will learn about letters, sounds, words, and reading. Each part is different, and they are all fun. Do as much each day as you are happy to do. You can always come back and do some more next time. When you have finished a lesson, you can return to any part of it at any time. We recommend that you do at least 2 lessons a week. If you haven't been back for a week or so, it's a good idea to repeat the last lesson. It's also a good idea to replay a lesson if it was a little bit hard the first time you did it. The other great reason to replay lessons is just because you want to. You can choose the part you want to play from the navigation bar here. It's fun to do lessons over and over again. It can help you learn to read even more quickly. After 10 lessons, you get to complete a mastery quiz. This checks how much you remember. You can repeat lessons if you've forgotten anything. When you pass the quiz, you will receive a certificate. There are 3 levels: gold, silver, and bronze. You can repeat the quiz to improve your mark and your certificate. At the end of each lesson, you will get to read a book online. If you have the book pack at home, you can then go and read the matching real book yourself. Each lesson has a book, and all of these books are available as real books in the ABC Reading Eggs book packs. After you read each book, make sure to add the matching sticker to your book pack poster. Reggie's shop is also where you can buy games to play. As you work through each lesson, you will earn golden eggs. These pile up inside your eggie bank. The number here shows you how many golden eggs you have in total. When you have saved up enough golden eggs, you will be able to buy a game at Reggie's shop. There are lots of games to choose from. So, enough of me. Now it's your turn. Click on the first stone to begin your journey to reading. Have fun all the way. Presented by Reggie.
The new and improved Reading Express is designed to build your child's reading, spelling, and comprehension skills with exciting new lessons and features. Here's what your child can look forward to in the new Reading Express. Now with simpler navigation, your child will find the learning journey easier and more straightforward in Reading Express. They'll have direct access to all of the learning areas in the program, including lessons, English skills in the library, as well as all of the fun, rewards-based parts, like the apartment, mall, and arcade. Reading Express is also now compatible with most tablets, so your child can learn and play on the go. Reading Express lessons now follow an easy map-by-map format, featuring 20 new lessons designed to give your child a smoother transition from reading eggs. Now with 220 comprehension lessons, your child will enjoy a balance of literature and nonfiction texts, which increase in complexity as they progress. The lessons cover grades 1 to 6 and include 44 complete books and assessment tests. The all-new Reading Express spelling program is designed to help your child learn to spell while improving their reading, writing, and comprehension skills. The exciting new learning area features over 200 lessons that let your child progress through 3 levels of difficulty. Each lesson begins with a short video explaining specific spelling patterns, rules, and generalizations. Each lesson also comes with 2 downloadable worksheets that your child can complete. Each lesson in the spelling program focuses around a list of 30 words, which vary in complexity. Your child will answer 20 different questions based on each word list, including recalling and writing missing words that appear on the screen, listening exercises, proofreading, and completing the sentences. Your child can level up, unlock built-in reward games, and track their own performance with progress bars and level indicators. Lessons end with a 10-word quiz that matches your child's level based on their responses to the 20 questions. They will receive instant feedback on how well they scored and can repeat lessons to improve their final score. Your child can now access hundreds of new titles in the Reading Express library. The library has more than 2,000 ebooks on its shelves, spanning quality literature, poetry, and drama texts, as well as a wide range of informational texts. The new Reading Express will also include the Stadium, where your child can compete in real time against other students or against the computer. The new and improved Stadium will allow your child to select who they would like to play against, including students from their class, school, or from different parts of the world. The exciting head-to-head contest is designed to test essential skills in spelling, vocabulary, usage, and grammar. We hope your child will get a lot more out of the new and improved learning experience with Reading Express. Happy learning!
Hi, I'm Duncan from 3P Learning, and I'm a Reading Eggs expert. Today I'm going to give you an overview of the Reading Eggs program. Let's log into the Teacher Centre for Reading Eggs. The program's split into 2 parts, Reading Eggs and Reading Express. Reading Eggs is for 4 to 7-year-olds where students enter, they sit a placement test that determines their level, and then they work sequentially through a series of lessons. Reading Express is where it continues on for 7 to 13-year-olds. Here the focus is on comprehension. There's also a placement test at the beginning and then the students work through. At any stage, a teacher can reset or set the levels they want the students working at. Let's have a look at what it looks like for a student in Reading Eggs. Teachers have the ability to bring up this screen and log into several computers in their classroom so that a student might just walk up and click on their name. Perfect for 4, 5 and 6-year-olds. Let's go in as Billy. This is Billy's Reading Eggs account. It starts with Billy's program. This is a dashboard for Billy, so he knows exactly where to get started. He's already on lesson 50, and he can work his way through the lessons here and recommended books to read. Let's have a look at Reading Express. We'll log in as Billy again. The students enter, sit a placement test, and then work sequentially through a series of comprehension activities. The stadium is where they compete against other students in a head-to-head time challenge. There's a library where there are 1,700 ebooks for students to read. Here we are back in My Teacher Centre, and I want to draw your attention to the side menu. For Reading Eggs or for Reading Express, I can preview any of the lessons available to the students, perhaps to be used as a demonstration on the interactive whiteboard. I can also manage lessons. This allows me to set what level I want each student working at individually, or I could have them resit that placement test. I also am able to monitor and track students through student stats. This gives me an in-depth report of what students are reading, what level they're working at, and their results for both parts of the program. Manage Class is my admin button where I add students, change their passwords, and other administration tasks. Now to the most popular part of the program for teachers, the teaching resources, and they're split into year or grade bands. Here in the teacher resources, we've split them into comprehension, grammar, phonics and spelling, and writing and handwriting. Some of the resources in here are designed specifically for the interactive whiteboard, but there's also PowerPoint lessons and printable teacher notes and student worksheets. Another popular part of the program are the big books and book notes. Teachers have access to 320 levelled big books, which is perfect for small group reading or reading together on the board with the whole class. The big books have accompanying book notes that go with them. So do the books in the library. The book notes consist of teacher lesson plans and printable worksheets. Well, that's our overview of the Reading Eggs program. If you'd like to find out more, contact your 3P Learning customer service team.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to do another video in the Help Me Homeschool series, and a lot of you have asked for me to do videos on the educational websites that my kids play on. So I have quite a few to go through, but today's video is just going to be on Reading Eggs. That way it's not a really long video. Reading Eggs covers from like preschool through maybe like middle school. My daughter does the Reading Eggs and Math Seeds because it offers both on here. And then Reading Express is for older kids who already know how to read. Not necessarily older, but if your child can read on their own, then that's what Reading Express is, because it's more for like reading comprehension. So I will show you guys what you can do on here. You can check their progress according to their lessons. It tells you down here, you know, the lessons that she's completed, what she's learned about on here. She's doing the reading I Am Sam, Sam Can Bat, things like that. And then down here it also tells you like what level she's on, not as far as grade level, but level on the map, because it's, you know, it goes through all these different maps to go through the whole game. Spelling progress, she's not doing spelling, so. And then the kids earn golden eggs for every activity that they complete. And then on here it gives you an estimated reading age, how many phonics skills she knows so far that she's done in the game, and how many sight words that she's gone over in the game. So this is all what it teaches. This 237 phonics skills and 200 sight words is what the game teaches. And then I'll cover Math Seeds on another video. So when you come here, it gives you the option to enter all three again. They can go into the library if they want to read books, but we'll just go in here. And then right here it tells you the program that she's on. So this is her avatar, which, like I said, you can trade in the eggs right here, and you can change the avatar. She doesn't do all that stuff. She's never asked me to do anything else on here, but it is available. They have their own little house. They have a playroom where they can play little games, and you can buy things. You can buy stories, all with those eggs. All she has to do is go click here, and she does this on her own. She clicks on there, and it will go to her next lesson. Let me go back and see if I can go to a previous lesson. That way I don't go ahead. So you can see here she's on the second map. This was the first map. At the end of every map, they have a quiz. So in order to move on to the next map, they have to pass the quiz. And they send you an email if you sign up for it. They send you an email that tells you what your child has done in the game. So I remember their last map that she did in the Math Seeds game. She didn't pass the quiz. It told me how many she got right, how many she got wrong, and it told me that she has to review some of the lessons in the map. So it turns out she just couldn't click on some of the answers because she knew the things when I went over it with her. But it's good because it tells you what they are doing. So, and then I'm able to come back and review with her and sit down and see what happened, why didn't she pass it. So yeah, so that's the last map here. So right now this is where she's at on map 2. I'm not quite sure how many maps there are. Let me see. Oh, it tells you down here. There we go. So there are 12 maps. So we'll go back to a lesson that she's already done. So every lesson starts like this. He tells you you're ready to start.
Hi,
And then
I'm Jaya the cat, and I'm going to show you the sound Z, as in zoo, and zip. Click on Z.
okay, so she would have to click on the Z and it pops up a few times. I'll show you another activity. Oh, that's still her.
Complete the dot to dot to make the letter.
So this one goes, you know, dot to dot.
Great, you've made the letter. See if you can do it quicker this time.
Okay, and it doesn't time them, so if she doesn't do it quicker, it's not timing her. So, and then the next one,
Click on.
so she'd have to click on all the Z's. Okay, so we'll go to the next lesson, just so you guys have an idea of some of the games that it has.
Mark your letter. Stamp every box. You have 3 stamps to choose from. This time, your letter is Z. Click on Z. Letter book. Make your own letter book. Choose the picture that begins with the letter. This time, your letter is Z. Click on the picture that begins with
Okay, so this one, it's good because it actually tells them the word,
spoon. Zebra.
so that she can kind of hear it,
Yes, zebra begins with
and she can put it in the book. So she makes her own book. And then this is one for sounds.
listen to the word. What sound can you hear at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the word? Click on the sound streamers that match. Man. This word is made up of 3 sounds. What sound does the word begin with?
So in the first map, when they do this activity, they usually have 2 letters already here, and then she just has to do the beginning sound. But since she's already advanced to the next map, now it gets a little bit more, you know, where she has to put all the letters in rather than just one letter. So she goes through all these games, and at the end, it always has a book.
Let's read a book. This is the letter Z. It makes the sound zebra. Zoo. Zip.
So it reads through the book for her, or she can turn it off and just read it on her own. And then at the end, she gets an like a little character that pops out of the egg. So if you see here, these are the little characters that she has popped out of those reading eggs. And then she just kind of collects them. So they have other things here. I'll show you guys the playroom. So this one you can pretty much just come on here and do all the different activities that it has. And these are just fun things that she can play. And then here's Reggie's shop. So you can go inside the shop. And she can buy things. So she can buy whatever she wants. And then I'll show you guys reading comprehension on Reading Express. So we'll just click there, and then you go into Reading Express. My son really loves this game. He's the one who really plays on it right now. And he first took a placement test, so it put him at the level that he needed to be at. So he's on map 13. He just started a few days ago, so it's not like he went through 13 maps. So your child can take the placement test and then go to wherever they need to. So I will go 1 lesson back, or I'll go 2 lessons back.
Literal questions. Good readers
So it goes through this whole lesson. Let me go back to a different one instead because that's going to be a whole video. We'll go here. So one of the things that they have to do is they'll show them a book and then they have to answer questions based on the cover of the book. So that's why it's called cover story. So here it asks if it's nonfiction, fiction, or poetry. And then obviously I got it right. And then, so what do you think the book is about based on the cover? So we'll say a boy who doesn't think he has a problem. That sounds about right.
Next.
So he collects eggs just the same way on Reading Eggs.
Reading Express Dictionary.
So now it comes to dictionary skills. So he can pick whatever word, let's say favorite. So right here he would go through and pick where it's supposed to go at. And then it gives him the definition, the different parts of speech. Okay. And then the a definition example, pronunciation, all these things. So then he can use that to answer the rest of the questions. And then it has other things here that it goes through, the main idea and details, a picture, picture the sentence, who, what, where, and when. Then he would actually have to read something and then answer a quiz based on that reading. We'll skip ahead to that one. So here's the book. And so he would read this chapter. It only does a chapter at a time. So you can see it's only 4 pages. And then he would go into the quiz. So here's the quiz. You have 16 questions. Well, this particular book has 16 questions. It might be more, might be less, depending on the book. So they have an excerpt from the book right here. And then the question might be based either on the excerpt or it might just be just another question. I know there was some that asked him like contractions, like for example, dade, and it asked him what 2 words make up that contraction. So not necessarily just the text that it asked them, you know, it does different grammar questions and inferences and all kinds of stuff. So it covers a lot. Who's the narrator of the story? I'm going to assume it's Jack because I didn't read it. Okay. Let's see. What's Jack's favorite food? So here pizza is my favorite food. So in order to advance through to the next lesson, he has to have, I think, a score of at least 80 or 85%, which I think for these 16 questions, I think he could only miss like 2. He took this one a couple of times because he thought he could just answer questions and not actually read this part. So he was just kind of just guessing. And then he figured out, or he found out, that he actually have to read to answer the questions because he took it a few times because he just didn't want to read it. So now he knows that he needs to read things and then he'll pass his test. So in order to, you know, go to the next one, he has to have a certain amount correct. Or he'll just have to keep doing it over and over again. And then down here has chapter reading, so they'll let him read the next chapter in the book. So I'll go back to the home here. So English skills covers basically just spelling. So anything that has to do with spelling, they will go through that. They watch videos, answer questions, things like that. I'll go here. The mall, he can buy things for his apartment or his avatar. You see his little avatar right here. He is not dressed. His apartment works the same way as the home and Reading Eggs, but now they have just a, you know, like a condo, I guess. The trophy room just shows different trophies that he's earned. I don't know if he's earned any because, like I said, he just started. Okay. So, okay, so he hasn't earned any trophies yet. So this is how many eggs I guess he needs to earn any kind of trophy. So he's got 240 eggs. So he doesn't have any trophies yet. And then his favorite part, whoa, that wasn't what I wanted. Well, that's his home. His favorite part in the game is the stadium. So in the stadium, he can practice spelling, grammar, vocabulary, and usage. So each one is a different sporting event. So this is track, skating, bicycling, and swimming. So in order to advance in the game, in the track, he would have to answer questions. So which word is a verb? So if he's not answering any question, then he kind of just stays in that spot and the other opponents have a chance to catch up, which he's further ahead, I guess, already. So okay, so he loves that. He races in those stadium games all the time. And then the arcade is just a set amount of games that he can play, and he uses his eggs to play those games. And then there's the library, which he can read books. And then targets is just kind of like goals for him to hit. They collect trading cards. And so he would meet these goals here. I don't know where his trading cards are, but at the end of every activity, he earns trading cards. He can, trade them with other people. He can buy some. So it just gives him different things that he can strive to do in the game. So I don't even think he's actually clicked on that. So, so this game, or Reading Eggs, a subscription to Reading Eggs is $49.95 for just Reading Eggs by itself, which covers Reading Eggs and Reading Express. If you want a 12-month subscription, well, that was for 6 months. 12 months is $59, and it includes Reading Eggs and Math Seeds. Okay, I don't know what that's at. It includes Reading Eggs and Math Seeds, so that is a great value. That's the one that we have. Because if you just get Math Seeds by itself, it's $49.95. So it makes sense to get the 12-month subscription. And my daughter will use all of it, so it's well worth it for me. I know that usually when you sign up, they give like 2 weeks free or 4 weeks free, just depending on their promotion at the time, so you can always test it out. And you do get discounts if you want to add more children. You can save 50% if you add more children. And then here you can select books. If you want to read some of the books that are covered in the program, you can do that. So I hope that you guys enjoy this review of Reading Eggs. If you want to stay tuned to my other videos, I'm going to do a review on the Math Seeds game that's right here, as well as some other of our favorite online educational websites. So thanks for watching and have a great day.
Books because he loves Flat Stanley. So this one is Showdown at the Alamo, and this one is The Amazing Mexican Secret, which I wish we would have found this one when we were studying Mexico. It would have been great. But we're going to be using these Flat Stanley books for geography.